Warning.
This graphic novel contains scenes of murder and mayhem, and is not for the faint-hearted.
If you are upset by intense scenes of violence and viscera,
needles and nastiness,
consider steering clear of this story.
But if you're prepared to be scared and to delve into the depths of the horrors the human mind can produce,
then step right up and enjoy the perilous pages of Machines Made from Minds. Chapter 6. A ritual mostly complete. Last time, we saw a man with a trench coat, unconscious and limp in John's arms, the lovable character of John. We saw him get dragged into the Cathedral of Machines from the point of view of both Peggy, as well as I would think Darcy and Connie, potentially Arthur if you wanted to look over. But you would see this man be dragged in. Again, there's a bit of silence as he gets brought over to one of these unused storefronts, and you don't see what John does with him. And you don't see John come out either.
Man with trench coat, is that the same man we saw running in the train earlier? Because he also had a coat on, right?
Would Peggy know? I don't know if Peggy saw. Did she?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. I think it was just Connie
Okay.
and Darcy. Yeah. But Connie and Darcy, you would very easily recognize it. To, like, meta answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but I don't know
yes.
this, so
Yes,
forget
but
it.
Peggy does not know.
Yeah, okay.
But Connie and Darcy.
But I did say out loud that there was a man. I don't think
true.
I was specific that they were wearing a coat, but
Okay.
I did say that there was a person who ran towards.
But Peggy's also sharp, so Sarah, I trust your judgment on this.
Okay.
But Connie, you and Darcy, you would both recognize this individual. I think it's easy to put the pieces together, that this is the same person you saw running away when you left the maintenance room. And you see them dragged into one of these stores. Master Ames, who has finished stitching up you, Arthur, will pat you on your shoulder as he stands up. It's partially a pat and partially him leaning on you and relying on you to stand up. He's a very old man. He looks very frail, as if a stiff wind might kill him.
oh,
And
to put it lightly.
he will stand fully upright and will say, "You should be healthy to walk on it by the end of the day," I would say. Just in time for the evening events.
Right. Well, thank you for, patching my leg up.
The drugs should wear off in an hour or two.
Good to know.
Let me know if you need any more.
Right, okay.
And he will now turn towards you, Darcy and Connie, and will say, "I hate to be a rude host. So, is there any questions of me before I attend to our 5th visitor?" And he'll smile wide. One of his teeth is like rotten completely,
Oh.
like just dark black. And he smiles at you with these just open mouth. It's very unsettling, I think.
Everything's fine on my end.
I will pass my judgments later.
Oh
Once
my
I see
God.
what happens.
Connie's gonna destroy them.
Jesus.
Excellent. Enjoy your time.
Oh, wait.
Oh, one
Just make
more
sure-
question.
Just make sure that you don't forget that I wanted to see the plants before they go.
Of course. I can have Clarice, and he just looks over at her standing on the balcony, trying to like rub Peggy's arm for a second, and they make eye contact for just a second, and then he'll look back to you, Connie, and say, "Clarice will be able to show you."
Thank you.
And he'll smile. Oh, it's a horrible smile.
Stop smiling. I'm going to pull your teeth out.
Stop.
Oh no.
And
Connie actually says that.
he'll begin to walk down the stairs. You are alone for the first time in a while Clarice and Peggy, Mary, walk back over towards you. You probably have a minute or two while they walk back over to speak if you would want to speak, which I might imagine you do very badly.
I'm going to look to Connie and I'm going to say, are you comfortable being alone with her?
I will never be alone if my plants are there.
Yes, but I mean in like, are you okay if she doesn't seem to understand the point of physical personal space. So I'm just making like, did you want me to come with you, or are you good by yourself? Or I mean, not by yourself, obviously you'll have the plans, but I mean like someone to physically like be a barrier between her grabby hands.
I believe I will be fine. Thank you for your concern.
And she nods back and she kind of, I guess she sits on the cot, just kind of like puts her hands in her lap. Did he leave the surgical tools?
Yes, everything is here. He cleaned it off with rubbing alcohol of some sort, but everything is here.
And like all the pieces to it are there, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, everything.
Are there mirrors in the little infirmary that they have here?
I think that there's one standing mirror. Yes.
Darcy is going to pick up the stitching equipment and the rubbing alcohol. She's going to move over to the mirror. She's going to reach into her little bag and pull out a little compact that she has, and like move everything so that she can see her back, and she's going to untie it and stitch herself up.
Okay.
Resourceful.
Give me a first aid check, please.
Okay. First aid. Oh, hell yeah. Hard pass.
A hard pass.
I mean, as a hard success.
Oh.
Sorry, I realized.
A hard success.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes, you do this. It takes a moment to get used to directing your hand around in the mirror, but generally I think you do fine.
I use my tail to steady my hand while I'm stitching myself up.
Okay, yes. Clarice and Peggy, if you'll follow her, I guess. I'm speaking for you, Peggy, but
No,
feel free to correct
I'll
me.
follow her.
Okay.
Just, to get back with my, buds.
Clarice walks back over to this little triage makeshift hospital area and will grab one of your hands, Connie, one of your very large hands. She grabs it with both of her hands, and she just looks so very small down in front of you. When she blinks, you can just see the flick of her very long eyelashes that catch your eye. And she'll look up at you and say, "So, would you like me to show you all of our plants?"
Yes, I do. And I really would prefer if you do not hold my hand.
She'll drop your hand and kind of like very bashfully kind of bow back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable."
Thank you for understanding. We are just not allowed to hold other people's hands. We only hold plants so that we can better understand them.
Okay. Is that a lie?
I actually do not think so. Just because, like,
Safes.
Weird.
I see
But
Connie.
okay.
No, I see Connie. It's sort of like to not taint the hand. This is literally how how he connects to nature.
All right. She will say, "Oh, of course. Follow me. I'll bring you downstairs and show you everything then. All right?"
Thank you.
And she will lead you down the stairs. She leads you over to this large train engine, lying on its back, pointed up at the sky, again, looking like a great steel mouth, ready to take a bite out of something. And she kind of makes her way through the crowd of mechanics working around here and technicians attaching hoses to the bottom. You see it, Connie, these hoses similar to what stabbed into your associates earlier, but she pushes through them and will show you a small like door near the bottom of the engine, which she will open, and inside you'll see just a pile of different autumn plants, just like piled in there like fuel ready to burn.
Okay, I'm going to look at them with such appreciation and sadness, and I'm going to come up to them and talk to them, whispering, and I will look back at Clarice and I guess Mary, and I'll be like, "Do you mind just giving me some time to talk?"
I assumed Peggy did not come down here.
Oh, Peggy didn't come
No,
down.
I didn't.
I
I didn't
assumed that.
follow. I didn't follow Clarice.
Yeah.
I joined
God,
back with everyone
no.
else.
Yeah, it's just you and Clarice down here.
Okay. Do you mind just moving back a bit? I just want some time with them.
Oh, absolutely. And she'll take one step backwards and look at you and blink her eyelashes.
And is Clarice in like hearing, listening level? Like, is she close enough that she could hear if I whispered?
If you
and
like
stuff?
leaned in and whispered, probably not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be like, hello, kind friends.
Make a nature or natural world check for me. And again, spend 2 magic points.
Magic.
Oh yes, that is a hard yes.
Hard success.
Hard yes.
Hard success.
We will never remember
Okay.
these.
No.
Okay.
And
Spend
I
your
am
2 magic points. And what are you going to say to your lovely friends?
I'm going to be like, I hope you're all doing well. They said that this is the end for you, and that makes me very, very sad. I just wanted to ask all of you kind friends, beautiful, beautiful friends, did you see anything here that is not good? You know your purpose. Your purpose is to spread kindness and goodness and love. Did you see anything that does not represent that?
I think I know actually that you hear a lot of whispering back of just, oh no, oh, my life was too short.
No.
Oh no.
But I think you hear a specific little, a little clipping of goldenrod that will say, that blue one, the blue one, she talks to something sometimes in here at night. She scares me.
What does she say?
I don't know. It's in, I can't understand. She's not talking to us.
So you do not understand the word she says.
And then a lot of the plants go, no.
Okay. Is that all you know?
Are you going to save us?
I will do anything in my power to help you, okay? And I'm going to walk away with tears in my eyes.
If you like take a step back, you literally will bump into Clarice, who moved up from her point where she was sitting or standing, where you asked her to stand, which was a step back, and she's just standing right at your elbow, kind of like almost leaning on you, but without touching you. And when you take a step back and bump into her, she'll kind of fall backwards and catch herself and say, oh, I'm sorry. I was just so curious what you were saying to them. Can you really hear them when you talk to them?
No, I actually do not hear them. It's just very nostalgic, I guess. I grew up close to plants. I live in the forest.
Give me a fast talk right now.
Fast talk right now.
Fast talk, Connie.
Barely made it.
Oh.
I failed.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I was about to say,
I
it
have
barely,
zero.
barely made it, and then
Yeah.
What'd you get?
0-7 and
Oh, and you had to get a
Oh,
5.
That's such a good roll too.
Oh, that's that's horrible.
Shut up.
Clarice will lean in towards you and put her hands on like your forearm and say, you don't have to lie to me, you know.
No.
We're not going to do anything bad to you, you know. Was Master Ames not very convincing? I swear that he's really convincing when he really wants to be. I think he must just be distracted. You don't have to lie to us. You don't have to lie to me.
I just think that what these plants and I have, it's very personal. and it's confidential, so I'm really sorry I can't say much.
I think she'll go on her tippy toes as if to try to touch your face, but you're far too tall for her to do that. So she'll just run her hand like on your chest, and then go back to like being flat-footed, and she'll say, I have conversations like that too sometimes. I know how it feels. And she'll just smile up at you with a beautiful, charming smile. What's Connie's favorite scent in the whole world?
Like the smell of grass in the morning.
Yes. That's what she smells like. It's like almost intoxicating.
It's very interesting that you smell like the grass when you've been in the you've been down here for a long time.
She'll smile and kind of blush a little bit, Connie, and say, I have a part-time job. I do lawn maintenance. I assumed no one would really smell that at this time of day anyways.
Anyways, we should probably get it back up.
All right. You can head back up, Connie.
I hope somebody like puts a compilation or like records how many times Lucas said the word smile or smiled in
Yes.
the past 6
Someone make a smile
chapters
supercup, please.
of this fucking Weenie Hollow.
No one has smiled this much since Artis.
No, and that's the
Oh my
creepy
gosh.
thing.
He never smiled again after he met us, and as a result, all of those smiles are being made up for
Artists
right
never
now.
smiled at the frequency that these creeps are smiling.
So, the 4 of you are kind of free to do whatever you want. Again, you have to stay, there's no way out of here right now unless you want to go brave the subway by yourselves. The longer you sit here, the longer I think it makes you realize that you haven't seen that the other man who got off of the inspection cart earlier, Dawn, the one that went into the maintenance room. It's been hours that you've been here and you've not seen him.
I just want to like
Come back.
get us all together, like just the 4 of us.
Yes, you are all together
And no one
upstairs.
else is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clarice went away.
Okay.
She just lets Connie walk up the stairs and like waves at him coyly before going off to the abandoned, or not the abandoned, but the unmoved into store that the man in the gray coat, had been dragged into, and the same one Master Ames went into as well. And the 4 of you can reconvene on the mezzanine.
Ooh, I love that.
That rhyme was very clean. So I'm gonna like have all of us like when everyone's here and be like, all right, guys, like at this point, we all know some shit's going on, right? This is not as cool as they're saying.
Well, considering I did have to take some drugs that they provided me just so I wouldn't feel the horribleness that I saw they were doing to my leg, yeah, I get the feeling that this is not a good place.
Yeah, I've run enough scams to know one when I see one. So how are we gonna get out of here?
Again, I'm not gonna ask.
Well, we were very hard-pressed told not to go back into the underground stations, but at this point we know that something's going to happen tonight. We don't know exactly what it is. I mean, we do know what it is, but I mean, it's like, who's going to be the, vessel? I think if we let this, I don't know, old being or whatever, come into our world, it's not going to, end well.
So you're saying we should stay and try to
I've
stop
dealt
it?
with a lot of groups with varying beliefs, and the one thing that always seems to be overlooked is they don't really expect someone to stop them. They always seem to think that if they're nice enough, that the person trying to stop them will just fall over and let them do whatever they want. I don't doubt that there's already been attempts. They probably have guards or other followers that'll try and, stop everything, but at this point I think it's safer to say that stopping this is the safest route to go down.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Yeah, that's nice and all, detective, but I'm not really keen on dying. To be completely honest, can't say I'm keen on any of you dying either. You seem decent enough. Who cares what happens to these people? They signed up for it. We didn't. Let's get out.
But what if this vessel, once they get their machine, whatever, and now this being from another world, another plane, has a vessel now.
Great other.
The Great Other. Thank you, voice
Mhm,
from the
great
sky.
other.
But say they get what they want. Say that they have their eternity or whatever. And this Great Other is now walking around our world in a vessel. And what if they convince other groups to join the robotic revolution, and then suddenly we're dealing with, I don't know, an uprising? I mean,
Why is that so bad? They get to live forever. They can do their creepy shit as long as they're not doing it to anybody else, but doesn't mean they have to do it to us.
Do any of you know how to drive a train?
I can't say I have done it before.
I can repair an engine.
I might know.
Ooh, do tell.
Maybe a little.
That's
Yeah, maybe you
because
learned
all
something from some fancy school after all.
Just as a clarification, this thing where the plants are and like where the needles are, it is
The
a
engine.
train.
A train engine stood upright vertically.
So it's not like a train.
That part is not. It's no longer a train. No, it
It's
used
just
to be
an
a train
engine.
one day, but
And that-
not anymore.
And that engine looks like it's going to stay in one area.
It's like fastened with chains that are all strung all the way to the walls, to the mezzanine, to the ceiling itself, as if it's very intent on staying upright. Yes. There is
Okay.
the inspection cart, however,
Mm-hmm.
Because
sitting there in the middle of the terminal next to all these people working, but no one's in it or on it or anything right now.
Because there's a free card over there that is just begging for a ride. And it'll also make it easier for me to carry a bunch of plants out of here.
I mean, if that is the best avenue of escape from where we are now, I would take it.
Yeah, engine's a zombie right now, but doesn't mean we can't take a look at it.
So should we go now, or are we gonna wait through the night?
I think it's a bad idea.
I'm
to
not
stay
waiting
here that
around.
long.
I don't feel intent on staying longer than I have to. I want to go home.
I want to say it's probably, I know this will be a large time jump, everyone, but it's probably like around 4 p.m. at this point.
Okay.
Well, if I understand why all of you don't want to. I mean, I'm the person who has, this is like my job, and I've been doing it for years. If you're all worried and want to leave, if anything, that will help me maybe do more research to better find a way to fix this. And if we take some things from here when we leave, then maybe we can slow down their operation of the night, at least.
Peggy pulls out like one of the like tools that she took from the engineering room and was like, I'm one step ahead of you.
Oh boy.
Darcy's gonna point at her and say, I don't know what your real name is, but I really like you.
And you never will. Thanks very much.
In this moment, up the stairs walks a short-ish man with very serious eyes. The one that they called Ron earlier.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
The one who drove you here on the inspection cart. He will walk over. He's wearing this dark gray overalls. This dark gray pair of overalls. They're probably unzipped around down to his belly button, and you can see a fairly dirty wool shirt underneath. And he will hold up a small piece of paper in his grease-covered hands and say, are you the ones hired by Mr. Lane?
Oh shit.
Yes?
Who's asking?
All four of yous?
Well, we were all technically hired, yes.
And he'll shove that into like his breast pocket of his overalls, upon which you see a small embroidered name that says Ron.
Cool.
Ron.
And he will
Ronathan.
say, the man downstairs looking for you.
The man down.
Says you all know him? Won't say nothing to Master Ames. Wants to talk to the four of yous privately. I don't know what about, but Master Ames seems to trust yous, and Clarice seems to be fond of you.
Ew.
That's, yeah.
Right. Can you tell us anything more about this person?
I assume you know more about him than me. I was just sent up here with a name.
What's the name?
Mr. Lane.
Oh, okay.
You work
Yeah,
for
sure,
Mr.
we'll go talk
Lane.
to him.
All right. All right. All right. I guess we're putting our plan on hold, but as
Maybe
long as
that's
we can
true.
get away from this person after we can, make our
Yeah.
dodge first time we get the chance.
Maybe Mr. Lane can help us.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
I don't
he
know
can
who to
provide
trust
an
anymore at this
explanation as
point.
to what the hell is going on.
Yeah, we can hope.
So you're gonna go downstairs, everyone.
Yeah.
Mr. Acumen, Mr. Arthur Acumen.
Yeah.
The pain is coming back at this point because it's been a couple hours. You're really starting to feel it. Walking down the stairs, even with assistance, is fairly painful.
I'm going to, after I start hearing him make like noises,
Yes.
I'm going to reach.
Oof. Ow. Ouchie.
Oh, my foot.
My
I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna pull out my flask and the little bottle of pills, and I'm gonna hold them out to him.
Oh, great. More drugs.
These ones are completely natural. Don't worry.
Right. All right. I'll just take them. Heavy swig.
Okay. Yeah. It's intense.
It's
You
very
all
intense.
Intense
walk downstairs
drinking.
and into one of these stores. What's the name of this store? What was it supposed to have been?
A ski store.
It's a ski store. What's the name of it?
Oh my god, yes.
Skedaddle in the middle of the city.
Ooh.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yes.
could their tagline be the peak of quality?
Oh my god.
Whoever said we don't have fun.
Oh my god.
So, you all walk into this store, this ski store, Skedaddle in the middle of the city, and there's displays that were set up, but no products were ever put on display. There's all the necessary components of a wonderful retail store, including a back office. Standing outside of this door to the back office are a large man who is wearing a pair of coveralls with the name John embroidered on the breast. There is a old man with many ports into his skin by the name of Ames. And that's only two people who are standing here. Ames will turn to the four of you when you enter the store.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
This is a
Whoa, whoa.
setup.
And
There's
will
no
say
lane here.
and will say, "Oh, wonderful. I'm glad the four of you decided to come down." The man inside says that he was hired by Mr. Lane as well, and that the four of you
Wait,
should
what?
know him.
Wait,
He
what?
refuses to speak to us. Neither Clarice nor myself nor John here have been able to convince him to speak about anything he might have seen, and we don't know what he saw or how much he knows. He's very unwilling to cooperate, unlike the four of you, and we don't want to injure him or do him any harm. I think I've explained that to you, that is not my wish here.
Right.
Mhm.
Sure.
So I was wondering, and he'll kind of lean on one of these displays for a second. I was wondering if the four of you might speak to him, if he is really working for the same patron as the four of you, and see what's making him so disagreeable.
Sure.
Sure.
How'd you find
I
this
think-
guy?
John found him in the subway.
Right.
I think it's more than fair repayment of doing some light medical work and saving you from the chrysalis.
That you created. All right, sure.
Why not?
Bring us over to the guy.
He's got us there.
Damn.
And John will unlock this back door. He'll hand you the key and he'll say, "Locks from the inside too,"
Cool.
and allow you to walk into this back office. You all go inside.
I'm gonna look
In we
inside
go.
before I go inside.
I mean, we have no choice.
Can you look around before you go inside?
Yeah.
It's regular. It's just a room. It's a regular office. There's some unused filing cabinets. I don't even think that they had they're not even taken out of like the crates that they were in. And then there's a
Okay.
large, cheaply made wooden desk that has a big typewriter on it. Sitting in one of these
Oh.
chairs, tied up, is a middle-aged looking man, maybe his late 30s, I would say. He has some stubble. He has a very black eye. He has blood on his
no.
head from who knows what, as if someone hit him on the head with something. His very nicely made overcoat is torn up. It's a dark gray. Underneath, he's wearing a suit. It also seems to be a bit torn. And he'll look at, and he has like a stench of smoke.
Do I recognize this man? Could this have been the man that Mr. Lane was speaking to?
It fits the description that Fjell told you, yes. He's tall enough, he's wearing this gray coat. Yeah.
Okay.
Smells like smoke. And he'll look at the four of you with hate in his eyes.
Oh, okay.
And the door closes behind you. Would you like to say anything to this man?
Like, is his mouth, like, not...
His mouth isn't
obstructed?
bound. No, it's not bound. He's just
Okay.
clenching his jaw.
So, what brings you here, sir?
I heard you tell them that I was also in the subway.
Well, to be fair, you were.
I know I was. But why'd you have to tell them?
This was before we
That
knew
man
about...
hunted me down and beat me half to death.
I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is.
Detective Etienne Duaron. Mr. Lane hired me.
Well, to be fair, when we talked to them, we didn't know about it. I kind of make a gesture to everything. Like, we didn't know about all this. All we knew was that someone had come to help us get away from a chrysalis, and you were someone going
You
around.
didn't know. Nah,
I wasn't
I get it.
told of anyone else.
I get it. So what do they want you to do to me?
Want you to, tell them whatever shit they want to hear, I guess. And they seem to have some kind of magical lie detecting, because they seem to have some way of knowing things.
Can you get me the hell out of here?
Absolutely. Can you drive a train?
Absolutely not.
Can you do
you know
anything
how to
useful?
Well,
So at this point, we
I'm-
have someone who somewhat knows how to drive a train. That's better than nothing.
I'm an amazing detective. That's
We
about
already
it.
got one of those. Can you do anything else?
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Do you know how to fight?
I can throw a mean punch.
Okay.
all right, well, that's one up.
They were talking about sacrifices in here.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I feel like the whole do no harm thing is probably a lie.
They seem to be doing some kind of sacrifices on people to summon a being to let them live forever as a machine. They are claiming it's only people who want to be sacrificed, but look, their problems are not my problems. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but you clearly don't, so you shouldn't have to be here.
And he's gonna lean back in his chair, and he just looks exceptionally riled up, I think is a good way of saying it. And he's going to look at the four of you and say, this was supposed to be something simple, like a little store robbery.
That's what I
And
said.
Yep.
And then,
You're telling me.
you couldn't just look in the store and find something and say, oh, it was this, and get the money from the guy. You had to get all riled up in this.
I think that's somewhat my fault as well.
Well, he wanted to know where the plants were, and, well, we found where the plants were.
Yeah, the plants went in the subway. That's the end of the story. Some plant thief.
But then the chrysalis happened, and then we ran from that, and then we bumped into the people out there, and then they kind of just took us.
Can you untie me from the damn chair?
I will.
Do you promise not to hit us?
No, I won't fucking hit you.
I'm untying him.
Okay.
I don't want to rile this guy up any more than we already are. At least get this man untied.
Okay. You can untie him. And he's going to kind of like rub his wrists. He was bound very tightly to the chair. And he's going to say, they took my gun. Don't know what they did with it.
Gun, you say?
Yeah, gun,
I'm
say.
gonna glance. I'm gonna try to subtly glance over to Peggy,
Who has a gun.
who has a gun currently.
Did they know you have a gun? Were you
I
holding
never
it in your hand?
I mean, they might
No.
know some shit, but I have never told them I have a gun. I was deliberately
Okay.
being secretive about it when I was
Okay.
changing
yeah.
my lipstick.
Well, now there's a gun
Yeah.
in play, so now I am very scared.
They took my gun. Don't know what they did with it. That guy,
Weird.
I don't know what's wrong with him. He threw me down 2 flights of stairs like it was
Jesus.
nothing.
I was just wondering, why did you come and follow us?
Mr. Lane hired me to make sure none of you pulled any funny business for the money. Because you're a bunch of nobodies. So he hired me for a lower rate to make sure nothing horrible
Why the
happened.
fuck he hire us then if he had to call a babysitter?
He didn't want my name up. He didn't want my name involved with the case in case something horrible happened.
Have you been involved with bad cases before, or like clearly you know what you're
You
doing
never
if
heard
you
of
can
me.
follow us?
You seriously never heard of me?
No.
Detective Duaron. You never heard of me. How long you live in this city? You've never heard of me?
I'm not from this.
I've made
city.
newspaper headlines.
I live in the forest.
I'm gonna like okay. I believe we have to do proper introductions. I'm Darcy, why not? I work internationally. This is only my 3rd time in this city. I don't know anyone from around here. I'm very sorry for not knowing your name
Would it
and not
probably be
knowing
better
your
to
reputation.
finish introductions if we manage to get out of here
Once we get a
first?
hell out of
That's
here,
probably-
I agree with
yep.
you, young man. So what's the plan? Were you
I
all
say-
already
say-
planning something?
I say we break down the door.
We were given a key.
Yeah.
Well, I say we go open the door. We run and go grab plants. We will all grab plants.
Why the hell we need plants?
Plants are part of the
This is a
ritual.
life.
We get
This is a life or death situation. Who gives a shit about the ritual?
I'm
We're gonna
with
die.
you. They can do whatever they want to themselves.
Well, how about this? How about some of us prepare to begin the escape, and the ones who want to save the plants and stop the ritual can get the plants, and we can take them with us. And then when they get close, we start her up, and we get the hell out of here.
Look, that's fine, but if the people who split off and get plants get caught, you guys are on your own.
You hear giggle from outside the door.
Oh no. Oh no.
Shit. Should we
I'm
check on that?
going to.
Oh, the same giggle that I was hearing.
Yeah, the same giggle you heard when
Upstairs.
you were first walking in the subway.
Creepy.
I'm going to quietly move to the door. I'm
Mhm.
going to turn the lock. I'm going to throw the door
Yes.
open.
The door opens. The door opens out, and you feel some resistance. Nah, this isn't gonna be anything. You knock Clarice clear to the ground. She falls backwards into one of the displays and like scrambles back on her. Just pushes herself back and tries to start to get up. And she's going to say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna cross my
I'm so
arms and look
sorry.
at her disapprovingly.
Master Ames, he asked me to.
And I'm going to look down at her because I am
Mm-hmm.
way
Large.
larger than her.
Yes.
And I'm
Tiefling.
going to be like,
She's like backing up with her arm out towards you all. Are you going to do anything, Connie?
you know, I've been very patient. And this entire time,
no.
well, in our interaction, you already eavesdropped on me twice. One of which was during a very personal moment with my friends.
This one, it's not my fault. Master Ames
What do you have
asked
to
me
say about
to.
yourself?
I'm telling you, Master Ames asked me to. And I'm telling you, this one's not on me. Why don't you believe me?
I'm going to step forward this time.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to say, you know, I am one who likes intrigue. I'm a person who enjoys learning secrets. And I can't figure out. And I'm going to like step, I guess I'm kind of like standing over her. I'm going to say, I don't know what exactly it is that you're trying to pull here, getting into people's personal spaces without their permission. But I am sick of it. So you're going to stand up and you're going to tell us straightforward, no eye flutter, no whatever it is you've been doing. You're going to stand up and you're going to tell us what's going on and you're going to help us fix it. Do you understand me?
Make an intimidation check.
I got a regular success.
Irregular success. So you want to know what's happening, if I'm to understand
I
correctly.
want her to stop bullshitting.
You want her to be stop bullshitting with you?
Yes. And if she touches me,
Tell us the truth.
smack her.
Oh.
She like drops the facade of everything. She isn't smiling right now. And she'll look at you straight in the eyes. Her weird marble-like eyes just piercing into you. And she'll say, Master Ames wanted me to eavesdrop on you to make sure you weren't plotting something. Because we need one sacrifice. And it's him,
Pointing at who?
the Dwaron. He liked the four of you. You came with us willingly. He's given you a chance. This one, put up a fight. We need one sacrifice.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't say.
It can't be willing. It can't be willing. It can't be willing. That's what the other said. It can't be willing. We need one unwilling sacrifice. The four of you, he liked. He doesn't hate you. He wants to give you this chance. But this man, and she points back at Dwaron, put up a fight. He's trying to muck things up. Even
I'm-
just now, he tried to start plotting with you to run away from here and ruin everything.
begin plotting.
Look, Clarice, I know earlier you were trying to talk yourself down, but you seem to at least understand what's happening here and you're okay with it.
I don't,
Why?
because I'm scared of dying.
Everyone's scared of dying, but it has to happen eventually.
No, it doesn't. Not this way.
Living as a machine, that's so much better.
And she'll nod, or she'll shake her head and she says, and look at you, Peggy, and like say, I don't intend to be living as a machine, no.
The
You're gonna be a
fuck
vessel.
does that mean?
What do you mean?
I've got other plans.
Oh my god.
I'm helping Master Ames, and in exchange, I'm getting something else out of it.
Are you dying right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
I don't know why that's relevant.
But are you?
I'm working with Master Ames, and I'm going to get something else out of it. And she'll push herself back and try to stand up, and she'll say, and if you four want to go and risk getting killed out there in the tunnels by that chrysalis, that's fine, but you can't take him. Because people are relying on him. We need him.
Who do you talk to?
Who do I talk to?
Yeah, you told me that you understand what it is like to talk to others. Who do you talk to?
Make a charm check.
Charmed, like the TV show? I succeeded. 18,
Is that a hard success or higher?
just normal success. Because I have a 20.
Oh, okay.
Regular.
Interesting. She's going to turn on her heel and sprint out of this store because sometimes a normal success isn't good enough. Sometimes you need an extreme.
Well,
And she's going to yell at the top of her lungs, "They're trying to escape!"
I wish to tackle her.
You're going to run and tackle her?
Well, not tackle, I guess, because I can't run. But
No.
I will, like, get close and smack her kneecap with my wrench.
Oh my god.
Make a brawl. Make a fighting brawl with disadvantage.
Shit.
So roll a second 10 and take the higher one.
I am going to fuck it up so bad. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. That would have been a 9. But now it's a 59.
So does that fail?
Yeah, of course it
Not
does.
nice.
All right. You all see Arthur very quickly as soon as Clarice starts running off. You see him just swing with his wrench and like fall over
Ugh.
and crash into one of these displays where she would have been, but just missing her.
How far away is she from us?
She's run out of the store.
She like just burst out of the store itself.
Yes, and like slammed the door open and is just running out into the terminal now. You hear a lot of hectic noise coming, and you hear a single beat of a drum very loudly.
Shit. We gotta go. We gotta go
they
right
got
now.
drunk.
We're
We
doing
gotta
this. We're
leave.
doing it now.
We gotta
Yep,
leave.
Let's go.
Yeah, frankly, I really don't care about him. Just leave him.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, we're taking him with us. We need
Yeah.
him.
This is hey, we wanted to stop the ceremony. Well, I mean, some of us did. We wanted to get on a train and leave. This is the quickest way to do both of those things.
We don't have time to talk. Grab the guy. Let's go.
Let's
Okay,
go.
You
let's
hear
just
another
leave.
beat of the drum, and you hear a loud voice as you run across the terminal say, "For thine unknowable form, we present the oil and steel." And you see a fire ignite inside of that train engine. For thine unsatiable thirst, we offer thee the doubtful living of the capital. And you see the fire grow
Other way.
dark. Are you still running towards the inspection
I'm
cart?
still running.
Run
let's go.
towards
Yeah.
the cart.
I'm like holding on to
Dwaro?
Yeah.
Dwarrel.
Arthur?
not Arthur.
Okay. As you're running, you're about halfway there, and you hear, "We pray thee, grant us power beyond the mortal frame to release the adherent and absolved of chance and circumstance." And you make it into the train. No one stops you. Everyone watches you run on.
Oh
And-
wait. Oh no.
You hear a final line uttered from Master Ames's mouth, standing up above on the mezzanine, holding a burning bundle of sage and goldenrod and sumac. The smoke is filling the station at this point, and you can smell this sweet, this just very smoky, intense smell
I am like making the motion like we're turning the key to start the car.
And the burning little bundle of herbs and flowers in Master Ames's hand ignites in a dark red fire, which then burns very fast until it becomes a pale, pale red. And he will drop it down into the mouth of this train engine and say, "Grant us forms akin to thine own, immutable and eternal, O Great One." And all the fire burns this pale, pale red. Arthur,
Start the car.
make a luck check for me.
Oh, come on. Already? No. This is gonna go so bad. Oh, wait. Does luck follow the same rules as success, hard success, extreme success?
It's just success, no success.
All right, well, it's a
Yay.
success.
What'd you roll?
18.
18. That's a good roll.
And I had 40 luck.
Oh my gosh.
And so behind you, you hear the flames erupt. You might see it even. Everyone except Arthur is probably looking behind you. And you see these flames erupt out of the mouth of this train engine, making a large pillar of flame, bursting open some of the windows in the roof far above. You see the light is barely gone at this time of evening. The moon is not quite up yet, but you feel the cold, cold autumn air, the night air in autumn, flow in with a fury and just feed this fire. And you see a great dark gray arm reach out of the mouth of this locomotive engine.
Fun.
You see also as you speed down the tunnel. Oh, I need y'all to make sanity checks, except Arthur, who's not looking, I guess.
I ain't looking. I'm busy driving.
I'm walking. Yes. Oh shit! That's a success.
That's a success for me
I
as
have
well.
much sanity.
Everyone got a success.
Yes.
Piss off, ghost.
Ghost.
All right, you lose 3 sanity if you got a success.
Oh my gosh.
And you speed down the tunnel. You can see people beginning to plug in these large needle hoses that are surrounding the bottom of the now burning arm-laden train engine. They plug these large needles into ports on their chests, and they will collapse, falling over, and just erupt into pale flames themselves. You might barely see, as you rush away, the form of Master Ames be gripped by this large, too long, with too many joints and too many fingers and eyes growing on every single inch of it. This arm reach out and grab Master Ames and pull him bodily into the fires. And a voice that you cannot ever hope to understand cries out in a language you do not know. And you speed away on the inspection cart.
They didn't stop us.
No, and they didn't get their sacrifice, so what happens now?
Either means that we were successful and it didn't work the way they wanted, or Ames wasn't willing.
Shit. Well, what does that mean for us?
Well, for right now, we're safe. That's all we can really.
No.
Well, we're not out of the woods yet until we get out of this subway.
This feels a bit too easy.
I agree.
Let's keep going and we'll see what happens.
Is there a horn on this cart?
There's a small whistle,
All right.
and there's a light that you have not flicked on yet.
Okay, I'll flick the light on and toot the
You
whistle.
flick the light on, and you see a large steel coffin. It's hoses with needles on the end standing in the middle of the track. And Arthur, you feel a needle jab straight through your chest.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
Don't turn the lights on at all.
Take 3 damage.
Ow!
I would
I'm
like
like
to.
nearly dead.
I'm going to take my totem out of this is just out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to whistle my Piperian.
What did I make you roll last time? Occult?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Roll occult, please.
You really want to kill me, don't you? You just want me to die.
You're the one driving, bud.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if this is my lucky stars. I succeeded. It's 5 and I got 3.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Okay. So you whistle this. What do you want it to do? It's just to protect you and your friends or your associates?
Yeah, like anyone within close proximity of me.
Okay. The needle that was stuck into Arthur's chest. It feels like it shot through, like the needle is fully into your chest. It's almost like the hose itself is snaking its way into you, and you feel just a sharp pain in your back just from this thing going into you. And then Connie blows on this pipe around his neck, and you hear this sharp tweet, and the hose is almost pushed back out of you and off of the cart, and the train, or this little inspection cart, just keeps rocketing by. No one at the controls right now. Forward along these bumpy rails, leaving this chrysalis in your wake. You hear wind howling from the west, where the terminal was, where the Cathedral of Machines is. But you continue east. You're bleeding very badly,
Yeah,
Arthur.
I am not in great shape.
I'm going to rush over and use my scarf that I had kind of put into my pocket after cleaning and fixing my wound, and I like quickly like tighten and wrap it and wrap his chest.
First aid check, please.
Uh-oh.
You fail. You accidentally stab him. I passed.
Okay. Arthur, regain 1 hit point.
Great. 1. That brings me to 5.
Darcy seems to have stopped the bleeding for now. Although if you exert yourself, it might begin again.
Yeah, I figure.
Does it still like look or sound like we are being pursued by anything?
It doesn't sound like you're being pursued by anything. Also, when the needle is removed from you, Arthur, you see a clear thread connecting you to the needle itself, as if it hit a spine and was in the process of taking some from you.
Great.
So you rocket down the rail line, back east along the red line.
Noom.
The ride is not safe, I think, is a very good assessment. Arthur, I need you to drive auto check.
Oh boy. Let's see if I can do that with a hole in my chest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good point. Roll with disadvantage, yeah.
Great. I shouldn't have said anything. Let's see. Yeah.
And
it's another one of
what
these.
are Connie and, or rather, what's Peggy doing during this?
I think she's keeping like a very close eye on the window. She just like has her hands pressed up against it and is like listening
Okay.
to see if there's anything behind her.
Okay.
So, my rolls were not great.
Mm-hmm.
The good one was an 86.
Oops.
The second one was a 96.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Which
that's
means-
a fumble.
Is that a crit?
That's a fumble.
Is that a fumble?
That's a fumble. You know, it'd be easier to drive
That's
this thing
half
if I
a
didn't
fumble.
have, you know, a leg injury and a hole in my chest.
I fixed the hole in your chest.
Peggy, you're watching behind the cart
Yeah.
for anything. And all of a sudden, all the wind, all that pressure you feel stops. Any of the heat, any of the light that might have been visible westward in the tunnel is just gone. And then you feel the train rocking, this little cart rocking on the rail track. And Arthur, you're having such a hard time. The lids of your eyes are falling down. You lost a lot of blood today. This is a whole affair. It's so difficult. Any training that you did have is so difficult to reach into your brain and find. And then standing there on the tracks, you see the form of a young, blue-skinned woman.
Oh, fuck off.
Run her
and,
over.
and just your base reaction is to just slam as hard as you can on the brakes,
Arthur, why the fuck would you
Oh,
do that?
shit.
which causes the train to derail, and you all take 3 damage.
Okay. So are
Arthur,
we,
are
like,
you okay?
I've got 2 hit points.
Okay.
Are we trapped basically here?
You're all thrown across the gravel of the Red Line subway, this ballast making up the floor of the rail track. You hear a great crashing of metal on the gravel as it pushes up, and on the stone as it just pushes into the rock with all the momentum it had. You don't see the form of Detective Dwaron. You do see the form of Clarice walking towards you. She
Shit.
looks horrific. Her eyes are a terrible pale red color.
Knew it. God damn it.
I'm looking around. I need to find Doro. I'm like
Okay.
trying to spot him.
Okay, spot hidden.
Okay. That's a success. 001.
Oh shit.
Oh.
0001.
You see him not perfectly unharmed, but with a few scratches, less than anyone else, like amidst the carnage of where the cart crashed.
With shaking hands, I pull out my gun and I shoot him.
What?
If he is the sacrifice, he cannot be sacrificed.
No.
He needs to fucking die.
No.
Holy shit,
Sarah.
I did not expect this.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. How do you do a gunshot?
Um,
That's
Firearms.
dexterity.
that is
Firearms.
Yeah, that's
firearms.
firearms.
Roll firearms for me. Darcy, fuck. Holy shit, Peggy.
18. That's a regular success.
Oh, shit.
You shoot him directly through the chin. He dies immediately.
Holy fuck.
He looks shocked and surprised when you pull the revolver on him, and he says, "No!" And then you kill him.
Yep.
Roll sanity.
Oh
All of
no.
Yes.
Everything.
One, that's a failure.
Oh no.
Okay. You lose 6 sanity.
Holy shit.
I succeeded again.
You lose 2 sanity. Arthur, Darcy,
I'm good.
did you succeed?
I got success.
You lose 2 sanity.
All right.
I failed.
Better than losing blood.
You lose you lose 2 sanity as well. The dice are unkind to me. Okay. What are the rest of you doing? You just saw Peggy pull out a firearm and shoot Detective Dwaron through the head. Clarice is walking towards you. She does not seem to flinch at this.
Is there any like loose metal on the
The
on
braking
the-
control from the cart has come loose. It's shaped like a fire poker and is very sharp on one end.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it. I'm going to break it.
I
off.
take that back. Roll luck.
Oh my gosh, good thing my luck is high. I got 66 from 75, so I
Okay.
succeeded.
That is there. It's standing on the ground between you and Clarice.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, you grab it. You see her skin pulsating with a horrible white, and she is smiling at you.
Oh, stop with the smiling.
I want to run away,
Okay,
so
westwards
no,
or past
like,
her? She's
past
east.
her.
She's east of you.
Yeah. So how close is she from me?
She's 10 feet in front of you, standing in
Okay.
the middle of the tunnel.
So I am going to, as an attempt to run away, but since
Mhm.
she's in the way, I want to stab her with the
Make a brawl check.
sharp end of the
Fighting brawl.
brick. Oh, please. This dice rolls super well. Okay. I just met it. 25.
Holy shit.
25. You stab her straight through the heart. She does not flinch. She does not blink, Connie. Roll
Okay.
your damage.
What is the damage for a fucking poker?
Yeah.
1d6.
4.
She takes 4 damage as you stab her through the heart. She will now take a turn.
Oh no.
I need you to make just a constitution roll.
How does that work?
C-O-N.
Yes.
Roll that. And hope that you succeed.
I got a, what's the word if it's like half?
Hard.
A hard success.
Okay. You see the skin on your arm that you stabbed her with the brake mechanism. You see the skin begin to bubble as she looks down at it with such ferocity. You feel like your skin is on fire, and you pull your hand away and just run.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2 damage.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing?
Running.
Clarice has been...
I'm shaking and running.
Okay. You're going to try to run by Clarice?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to stare at you, and this horrible black light emits from her eyes. And I need you to make a sanity check.
Oh god.
55, that is a success.
That is a success. Lose 5 sanity.
Jesus Christ.
Your mind is filled with horrible images of you being dragged under a boiling ocean of spinal cords.
Holy fuck, she is
Jesus, okay,
hardcore.
okay. I'm gonna keep running.
And you run and stumble past her. She turns slightly but decides you're not worth it. Arthur and Darcy, what are you doing?
Okay, Darcy is okay, what is laying around us?
Roll luck.
Success.
Success. There's a small workman's pail that has been upturned in the crash. Upon the pail, you see that it says Ron. There's a small sandwich here. There's also a small fixed blade knife.
I'm going to pick up the knife and I'm going to I'm trying to think of what Darcy would have learned in her travels. She cuts her hand and she dribbles some blood on the ground and she reaches into her pack and she lights something and drops it on the ground and she begins to chant.
What are you attempting to do?
She's calling on, it's not really a deity, it's more of an energy. She's calling on that.
Roll occult.
Yep.
What do you want it to do for you?
So very clearly I know we know what's happening here.
Yes.
She is going to attempt to push the being the
great other.
The great other
exists beyond the pale red sea, bathing in life and dark.
Okay, so she is going to push the great one basically out of its vessel, and that is
roll a cult.
Be gone.
Yes. Wait, I just gotta make sure. Give me 1 second.
Oh boy.
Give me 1 second. What's the word for the best one again?
Extreme
success.
Holy shit.
Success.
Bless.
Ow.
You cut your hand. The blood drips not like blood should drip. It drips like tar down from your hands, as if something is foul in this tunnel. And Clarice, not Clarice anymore, the great other, exists beyond the pale red sea, bathing in life and dark, screams at you as you do this, and then falls over when you finish your chant, bleeding profusely. Arthur, you have enough strength to sit up just in time to see all of this happen. You both witness Clarice die right there before you and burn up in a pale red fire, leaving nothing behind. And then we cut back to Veldon Deeplake, who scooches back in his chair and puts his hands on his temples and very quietly, because his roommate is sleeping, say, "Oh my god! Oh my gods! Oh my gods! Oh my gods!" And that's where Weenie Hollow will end this year.
Happy Weenie
Happy
Hollow.
Weenie Hollow.
Happy Weenie
Happy
Hollow.
Weenie Hollow.
Holla.
Ah!
Oh my god.
You sounded like you got
Someone-
possessed there for a second by the
Someone
great other.
Give me an outro. Someone give me an outro. Sarah, hit us with
Fine.
it.
Hey guys, I
Fine.
hope that you enjoyed this Weenie Hollow special. If you enjoyed our Weenie Hollow episodes, please feel free to leave us a rating or a review on iTunes, or just tell a friend about us. We don't advertise, so that helps us out a lot. Also, we have an Instagram or a Twitter at Trials and Trebs. So if you want to see fan art, you want to see previews for upcoming episodes, you want to see maps, you can check us out on our social media, and you can also join a Discord server there. Finally, if you want more bonus episodes like this and you want to get to decide what the bonus episodes are, you can support us on our Patreon. It really helps us get better audio equipment, better quality, be able to devote more time to podcasting, and it also means you get great perks like getting to vote on bonus episodes, getting to listen to bloopers, getting to see special exclusive notes. Thank you so much if you want to just support us in any way, even if it's just telling a friend or continuing to listen to us. I hope that you are having a very spooky holiday.
Thank you everyone for listening, and happy Halloween.
Bye.
Spooky.
Bye.
Eat all the
Bye,
candy.
everybody. Goodbye.